I want you to do an exercise with me. So join in, we'll both do it together. Just think back to the happiest times of your life. Some of them, right? Close your eyes. I'll give you 5 seconds. Just think back to the happiest moment of your life. Now, for most of us, and maybe you thought back to something that you used to do when you were a child. That could be something like riding a bike, running through a park, jumping on leaves, jumping into a puddle of water, whatever it may be, right? It's something that you thought back to because it made you happy when you were a child and you had that childish giggle, that childish laughter that came out of you. That's what reminds you of what it used to feel like to be happy. I'm telling you this because nowadays it's people are growing up quicker in the sense that I'm not talking about it in a maturity standpoint, but people are starting to lose their childlike sense of curiosity, what it is that made them happy in the first place. And I've noticed this lately, especially myself, because what we think makes us happy now is very different to what it took to make us happy back then, right? Back then it was a much lower bar of happiness, but now somehow we've set a bar for ourselves and tell ourselves like, okay, if I achieve this goal, I'm going to become happy, or if I do this, then I'll become happy. Until then, I'll just remain in the state of being flat throughout life. I think that's probably why a majority of people are facing symptoms of depression. Putting aside the clinical depression, putting that aside, putting the imbalances within your brain, putting all of that aside, people who face symptoms of depression are facing it because there is no semblance of happiness in their life because they lose that childlike nature. You know this too. You are not immune to feelings of depression. You're not immune to times of bad mental health. What causes them? It's because all of us are so burdened by responsibilities in our life. We all have pressures that we need to achieve something, that we need to reach somewhere, that we need to become this particular type of person, that we just suppress the innate childlike nature within us that allowed us to be happy in the first place. In fact, I think majority of people are depressed because I think they're chasing happiness and they're not able to achieve it because they believe happiness is a permanent state. That's not true. Happiness is always a temporary feeling, just like every other emotion. Happiness isn't special. You've noticed that when you get sad for a bit, you feel sad, and then you get over it, and then you move on to something else that's going on in life. Happiness works the same way. You become happy, you enjoy the happiness, and then you move on to whatever else you're dealing with in life. Now, once you've understood that, I'm going to tell you a couple of ways to just improve your mental health today, right? I want you to start thinking and acting and feeling like a child once again. I did this recently. I've been going on walks lately because I'm on a cut at the moment. So while I go on walks, I kind of just walk into the grass, sit down for a little bit, touch grass, and maybe jump around, maybe climb a tree, things like that. Things that actually feel like they're fun. Every now and then I'll go play a sport. It may not fit into my regimen, it may not fit into my disciplined lifestyle, but keeps me happy. So little things like that help out. Another thing that helps out is usually talking to other people and expressing some sort of kindness or doing some sort of act of kindness because that reinforces a state of positive morality within you. That is usually what makes us really happy. So I could just go around, teach a couple of kids how to play basketball. I could just interact with a bunch of people, teach them how to do a particular thing, or maybe perhaps learn from them. Maybe just listen to people, let people talk, let people vent, things like that, right? All of these things help us move away from our state of depression. because we understand that most of the time, the thing that is causing us to feel depressed and so flat when walking through life is because we put barriers on what it is that makes us happy. We put a boundary saying if I don't cross this boundary, I will not be happy, and that's a false reality to live in. So go out there, live your life, smile a lot more, and enjoy every single moment. Happiness will not be permanent, and if you're expecting happiness to be a permanent state, then you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. Go out there, enjoy life, have a childlike nature still within you, and always retain that childlike nature through the rest of your life. Do things that used to make you happy before. That's it for today.